Fête Champetre, or the Fête Champetre, as it would have been pronounced in Burns's day in Scotland, as a garden party. And he wrote about this one because this party was a delightful surprise to everyone. It was a coming-of-age party for William Cunningham, Esquire to the mansion of Anbank. And there was a dissolution of Parliament coming up. And people thought this was a political occasion and he'd be gathering support, but it turns out that he just wanted to give a party. So he's referred to as Anbank in this song. St. Stephen's House. St. Stephen's House is Parliament. Who will go there to represent Ayr? Him who led o'er Scotland the meikle ursa major, the great luminary Samuel Johnson. James Boswell led him over. He was his guide through Scotland. These are some obscure local references, but it's worth it for the beauty of these, sheer beauty of these lyrics. Glencaird is Sir James Whiteford, and he was from the castle of Cloncaird, which was pronounced Glencaird at the time for some reason. I'll go over all the language when I'm done, but Boreas is the wind, and Cynthia is the moon. Oh, I will taste St. Stephen's House, to day your errands there, man. Oh, I will taste St. Stephen's House, oh, the merry lads of Ayr, man. Or will we send a man o' law, or will we send a soldier, or him wha led o'er Scotland, the meikle ursa major? Come, will ye court a noble lord, or buy a score of Lairds, man? For worth and honour upon their word, their vote shall be Glencaird's, man. Ane gies them kine, ane gies them wine, and either gies them clatter. Anbank wha guessed the lady's taste, he gies a Fête Champetre. When love and beauty heard the news, the gay green woods amang, man, where gathering floors and busking boors, they heard the blackbird sang, man. Of who they sealed it with a kiss, Sir Politicks they fetter, as theirs alone the patent bliss, they hold a Fête Champetre. Then mounted mirth on gleesome wing, o'er hill and dale she flew, man. Ilk wimpling burn, ilk crystal spring, ilk glen and shaw she knew, man. She summoned every social sprite that sports by wood or water, on the bonny banks of Ayr to meet and keep this Fête Champetre. Cold Boreas wi' his boisterous crew were bound to stakes like Cayman, and Cynthia's Caro silver foo climb up the starry sky, man. Reflected beams dwell in the streams, or doom the current shatter. A western breeze steals through the trees to view this Fête Champetre. How many a rope say gaily floats, what sparkling jewels glance, man, to harmonies and chanting notes, as moves the mazy dance, man. The echoing wood, the winding flood, like paradise did glitter, when angels met at Adam's yet, to hold their Fête Fête Champetre. When Politicks come near to mix and make his ether stain, man, he circled round the magic ground, but entrance found he nane, man. He blushed for shame, he quat his name, forswore it every letter, wi' humble prayer to join and share this festive Fête Champetre. Burns wrote this lyric out and sent it to John Ballantyne, who also was, he dedicated the poem, The Bridges of Air to John Ballantyne. That poem presents a long argument between the old bridge and the new bridge, and it ends with this beautiful pagan vision of these older spirits coming up the river to get rid of the argument altogether. So this song and that poem, a similar spirit, and he must have loved John Ballantyne, who was provost of Ayr and connected people who Burns to people who gave parties like this. So let's see. While to St. Stephen's House Parliament to do our errands there. Who'll represent us? For him who led our Scotland, a great sense. Court a noble lord, or by a score a Lairds man. A laird is a squire, a landowner. They had the right to vote. Women did not. Robert Burns did not have the right to vote. Glencaird is actually the castle of Cloncaird. They pronounced it Glencaird, and Burns wrote the word Glencaird. This was Sir James Whiteford, thought to have political ambitions. One gives them coin, one gives them wine, another gives them clatter, which is gossip. So that's when you're chatting up, you're doing a canvass to get political support. Anbank, who is William Cunningham, whose party it is, who guessed the lady's taste, he gives a party. So Love and Beauty heard the news. They were gathering flowers and busking bowers and dressing beds, They heard the blackbird song. Mounted Mirth arrives. Ilk she flew o'er each wimpling burn, each rippling brook, each crystal spring, each glen and shaw, each long valley and grove she knew, man. She summoned every social sprite to keep the party. Cold Boreas, that's the wind, with his boisterous crew, were bound to stakes like cattle, man. So it was temperate and pleasant, and Cynthia's car o' silver foo. The moon climbed up the starry sky. Reflected beams dwell in the streams, or down the current shatter. The western breeze steals through the trees to view this Fête Champetre. Burns's most beautiful lines are for rivers. Actually, his poems are full of those moments. So let's see. When angels met at Adam's Yett, Y-E-T-T, it's a gate, Adam's Gate, to hold their Fête Champetre. When Politicks came there to mix and make his ether stain, man. An ether stain is a perforated stone used as an amulet. Interesting image there. He circled round the magic round, but entrance found he none. He blushed for shame, he quit his name, forswore at every letter with humble prayer to join and share this festive Fête Champetre. So that's it. The tune is Gillicrankie from William McGibbon's Scots tunes. Great set of the melody, sometimes called Killicrankie, but Burns wrote Gillicrankie, and McGibbon's is the only book that spells it that way, and he loved this melody. He used it 6 or 7 times. I recently put up extempore in the Court of Sessionists to the same melody, and on the Great Recruiting, or better known as I Murder, Hate by Field or Flood, also to Gillicrankie. And there's others in the Merry Muses of Caledonia and so forth. Also, he wrote a long piece about the American Revolution. When Guilford Good, our pilot, stood, he wrote that also to Gillicrankie. So, I'm jabbering. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm working on a book of the songs of Burns, and it will not be published until these songs are posted, because every time I actually learn a song to post it, more questions come up and get answered and go in the book. It's the final polishing process. I usually memorize them. I gave myself a break in this case. Anyway, obscure song, but I think a very beautiful one. The Fête Champetre.